All right, folks, won't keep you waiting any longer than we have to. Welcome along on what is can be only described as a rather wet and miserable Friday morning. But the misery stopped at the door. There we are, only here to make dreams come true. But we can only do that for one lucky person today. Our wonderful property scheduled to go to auction a little bit later in the piece, but receiving what has been deemed by our sellers as an acceptable pre-auction offer, subject to no bidding at today's brought forward auction. By way of introductions, Jordan Siveride is my name. My role, nice and simple today, purely here to facilitate proceedings. Not too much for me need to do. I'll hand it over to you to do all the hard work in just a moment. I've got Robin up the front of the room. She's assisting me with all the technology behind me as well, making sure we make this property look just as good as you know it is. Of course, our wonderful marketing agent is Julie Parkinson, and she's done a fantastic job furnishing you with all the documentation that you do require. And by bidding today, it's always on a cash unconditional basis, and if you do so acknowledging you've received one of those. That's the REA's buying and selling guide being provided to you throughout that journey of buying a home, and of course you'll have plenty of copies probably stuffed away in the glove box now, and there are extra copies out there in the foyer should you wish to have a final little read over, perhaps as you wander out and think about this is the first step we took to buying our home. Of course, placing bids is also done acknowledging you've completed your homework and your due diligence, enabling you to bid today, and of course you agree to the terms dictated in the conditions of sale. That's the most important document that we work to here in our EVES auction room. That becomes the binding agreement when we do get signatures to paper later on for our lucky parties. Right down the very bottom of that front page is the conduct of auction, or as I like to call it, the rules, the terms of engagement here in the auction room. I'll summarise it nice and briefly for you. There's a couple of points I want to really sort of emphasise, and the first one is vendor bidding. Nice and simply, we don't have to worry about it, folks. I'll talk about the property in just a moment. I'll read the amount that our sellers are in contract for, and then I'll invite any bids above that level. No need for vendor bids today. We'll either sell it at the contracted level or at the level that you're willing to place your bid at on top of that. No telephone registrations, Julie, all here in the room. There we go. So over to you in just a moment. If there is further bidding, we will need, and when we do sell it to you, you will find yourself needing to get the pen out, wet the ink, and of course we'll put a signature on paper to formalise that. And we'll need the payment of the deposit as well, at 1/10 the purchase price, unless of course you've got any variations signed prior. Happy to work with your increments once we do get there, folks, if that's the case. And of course we'll see if we can help you along that way. To the property we go then, if there's no questions. Fantastic. Good. Number 37, Wakefield Drive, as you and I all know it, but it is more formally known as 640 square metres, more or less, of that freehold fee simple terra firma. The record of title number, well, that's SA 56B, folio 352. All the legal details all tied up there for you and your solicitor to enjoy. And Friday, the 17th of October 2025 is your settlement date, or rather such date as mutually agreed upon. A good, healthy list of chattels included as well, all there to greet you on that 17th of October. And as I understand it, there's been no changes. All is documented and furnished to you. Okay, that gets rid of the particulars and conditions out of the way. Let's take a look at the property again, remind us just how great it is, because you'll have seen that nice quiet Bethlehem Street, you approached it, you've got that brick and weatherboard beauty. It pairs that timeless style with that real world practicality. It's elevated and elegant, you've got the lovely views out there over the open pastures, makes that every day just that little bit more spacious as well, a little bit of room to breathe here. You've got that step down living that spills through the French doors out to that private patio that awaits you. It's framed, lovely manicured gardens out there, perfect for those slow mornings, probably much like this morning there. If you did catch a break in the rain, you'll enjoy a coffee, breathing in some fresh air. But plenty of space for some lively evenings as well. Yes, it's the 4-bedroom, the 2-bathroom, the double garage. That provides all that room for the family, the guests, and all the gear. We know it comes with extra parking as well there for the boat, the camper, as you can see. Close to the parks, the schools, the CBD. It truly is a great Bethlehem address. Lifestyle convenience could be yours. Let you know, in contract now at $1,175,000 and 5. It's 75 and 80 now. At 11 and 80 up the back. At 11 and 80, do we see anything further from here? And 85 and 90 straight back. Good try and happy to work with you again, but it's against us here and up the back at 1-1 and 90. 95, and there it is at 1-2. Squares it up. Fives, and another 5. Good strength and bidding at 1-2 and 05. Call it to you then at 1,205,000 the bid. Here's the chance. First time at 1-2 and 05. Anything further? Twice now. Absolutely short. Done. Finished. Third chance at 1,205,000. Hammer goes up. We sell it away if I see nothing further. Going. Sold. Congratulations to our new purchaser. Of course, to my sellers and to my underbidders. Do really appreciate you coming out. Go out there, stay dry, have a great weekend.